bonus video. It's Raquel. Welcome back to Recovery to Wellness. This is where survivors radiate badassery. I decided I want to make another clip, but also I'm just going to do this as like a separate aside video, so eventually when it goes up, it'll be that. I wish there was a better, easier way for me to like identify what, like, I was even thinking about like writing out every day that I do the, maybe that would help actually, like write a piece of paper of like day 13 hospital free or whatever, like have that as like one of the photos. I don't know when like the thumbnail of the video comes up, I don't think it like shows exactly at what point. Thought thinking, but I wanted to say general life update. Overall, I'm actually doing really well. I have so much that I have been filming, and like over all of the summer, over all of like the year, over so many things. I put up a video of adult coloring this past Saturday. I want to make at least 2 videos to go up on September 10th, which, if you don't know, is World Suicide Prevention Day. So I think I really want to do 2 videos for that. So I have some content that I can go back into to like figure out, like, because I want to do one of those videos to be like, you know, probably things to watch out for that a suicidal person might say, or like that kind of thing. So something to that, I don't have it titled yet, but like something to that effect. And then maybe like a video of like what would have helped me when I was in crisis and like that kind of thing. So, and one of them, the first one was like the things I like, maybe things I was saying as someone who was suicidal or someone within a suicidal crisis. 'Cause I want to pull some information from like what I could find online, and then also like maybe like one about resources and one about like, because like there were a couple tabs open on my phone that I had. For instance, NAMI, which is the National Alliance on Mental Illness, has like a whole PDF document of like what to do when there's mental health crises in the workplace. Like there's a whole document about it. And so like that kind of thing. And there was also like Utah Live, I think it was, that also said like, you know, especially like if you're someone like me who works 40 hours, like your coworkers are often the people who kind of see you the most in a sense, and where you spend the most time. So like there are warning signs that come out even in that sort of scenario, and like how, you know, the big idea too is like if you see something, say something, and like what are some ideas of things you could say and things like that. So I want to do like a couple of videos on that subject matter, especially like this year. And I also am thinking I want to film more of a general big haul video, and I really want to do it like how I normally do these kinds of videos where I'm just like talking to you, but then I also want to have maybe an overlay or clips of like me showing more up front with the camera of what the item is or what it looks like and that kind of thing. So I want to do a haul video, like a big haul video, to like encapsulate as much of that as possible from the things I've been buying like over the last 3 months pretty much. So I want to do that. Then I also want to edit and upload some of the book reviews I've been doing from various times. So I want to do that. I haven't filmed an art video, like a coloring video, in a while, but I have some photographs and stuff, so I could maybe do content that way. I could make a new bracelet and I could film that. I do have some videos on fanfiction stuff that I could also edit and upload. I also have some old videos from like last autumn that were autumn themed that I could do videos with. I also have like other nature videos or the mindfulness minutes things. Like I have lots of things. A lot of that I have filmed, most of which does not live on my computer yet because I'm running out of space, which is a whole other issue. But like, and then maybe I could even do a video if you guys are interested in me doing a video where I talk about, because I say that a lot. I say like, that's a whole other issue, that's a whole other discussion, and then I like never really actually discuss it. So like if you're interested in that, let me know. And I guess just honestly, what are some of the content that you want to see? Because I just hit 200 subscribers again for like the 6th time, I'm pretty sure, like just today that I'm filming this. So maybe I'll even get this video out sooner so that I can just like get it done and like get it out, and like you can tell me like kind of what you want to see. For instance, in the time that I'm filming this, I am up to day 13 hospital free, where I'm pretty much vlogging each day kind of what I'm thinking about or what's been coming up for me, or like what I learned about in program, or like things like that. And I definitely want to continue to do that while I'm on this continuous leave from work, because I'm pretty much just doing program, library, socialization, and YouTube. like online stuff. So like if there's any, I would love to do a Q&A. So if you have any questions from like from any part of my recovery or my channel or me as a person, like feel free to ask me questions, and like I would love to do a Q&A. That'd be awesome. I also plan probably this week to go back onto the subreddit and post again on the subreddit and I really want to make Recovery Reads book club like a thing. Like I want to do something where it's like, because my social worker inpatient was telling me that I should really try to explore like book club stuff, or like particularly in-person book club stuff. So I was thinking to my completely ideas at the moment, but like maybe I could do, I know a couple people that live in Massachusetts that are from online, and like I was thinking maybe I could go to different like towns on like a Saturday like afternoon or something, and we could like meet at like different places in Massachusetts and like talk about a particular book or whatever, and then we could have like somewhat of an online component of it for people who don't live in Massachusetts, or if it's too far away or whatever. And I could also pull from some of my peers that I'm, you know, at program with, or that I meet along the way, or that see the ad or something for it. Like, I don't know. I would love for Recovery Reads to be like an in-person / online like hubbub. I think that'd be really cool. I think I'm still trying to work on, like, my social worker at the hospital has said there's like, okay, you can like, there has to be more to my life than just work and DBT program. Like there's so many hobbies and interests and things that I could do outside of those things. So I'm really trying to, and Allison, who's from the subreddit, both subreddits, the Carry subreddit and the Recovery to Wellness subreddit, she's one of my mods and stuff. She was like, yeah, like maybe like finding things, hobbies and interests that don't relate to mental health, that like that could be something, an avenue that I can try. So like I don't think I can make it the jump from like all mental health, like a lot of mental health, to like no mental health relations. So I'm trying to just do it like a little bit of mental health, but like not all of it and not like none of it. So like a little bit of that sidestepping into it. But I really like, one of my clinician at program is talking about how I could really incorporate more movement-based stuff into my life. I think I would like racquetball. I would definitely do ping pong. So I want to also maybe like make an account for meetup.com, which has been a resource that I've always known about for like the last 10 years. But like I made an account before, but I never really, like, I don't remember my login or anything like that. So I could do that. I would love to go kayaking. Like I've always wanted to do that for like the last like 4 years, and I just like never done it, or at least the last 3 years. And I know my clinician mentioned I could do rowing, get a fitness center and stuff too, like during the winter. I could go ice skating. I haven't been ice skating in so long. That could be really cool. Or like racquetball or pickleball. There's a pickleball place that I know of and stuff too. So like just doing that. And also I can say as well that I got approved in a sense for a NAMI presentation in September. So like towards the middle to end of September, I have a NAMI presentation that I'll go do at a library, which I am excited for, because I haven't honestly, I don't think I've done a NAMI presentation since like March. So that's a long time ago. So, and it's like once a month or so that I essentially do it. But so I'll go back into doing my volunteer work stuff too, which would be good. And then eventually go back to work and stuff too. It's a whole other discussion. It's a whole other discussion. But I have been filming like vlogging videos where I'm doing like, again, like what I learned about at program that day, or what's coming up for me, or what I'm processing, or things like that. The first collection, because I'm doing it in 5-day spans of time, so the first one is day 1 to day 5 hospital free, and honestly, it's going to be at least an hour and a half long. It's going to be a long one, and I'm still dreading the process. But I think I don't know. I haven't looked at the footage since I filmed it, which was like almost 2 weeks ago kind of thing, like around there. So I don't really know what's in it in a sense, but I think I did a lot more sort of processing when I first got out of the hospital than how I'm doing. Although today I processed a little bit more too, so like, but overall I think I've been, my attention and my interest and my focus has shifted away from how I felt first out of the hospital, but I think it's still probably relevant too, because like, I think it's very easy, especially like, even as in my experience as being a psych patient before, it's very easy like getting out of the psych hospital stay like that, like first week can be really, really hard to like not go back in again as a psych patient. Like it's just so, like, it's almost like I'm an exposed nerve in a sense, where like the smallest things, it feels like the hugest things, and like the smallest things could set me off, and then I could just wind up, I feel like I would just wind up back in the hospital again, like for whatever brought me into the hospital in the first place, it's like, oh, and now I'm out of the hospital and I should just go back in. Like it's one of those things that revolving door of psych hospital stays is just really interesting. I think maybe I have some perspective now that I'm recording in videos that I can share, that maybe hopefully makes me a little more human, or makes me a little more even tangible in a sense as someone in recovery in a sense. I hope, at least that's one of my hopes. And you know, I'm definitely going to keep doing the vlogging stuff until the time that I start going back. Ideally, if I could honestly do it, vlogging like each day for like the next year, like I think that would be really interesting and really cool. And like also, like, even though I'm doing it, like I think like the days 6 to 10 I think might be like 45 or like maybe an hour long, maybe closer to 45, like, because I filmed some of it on my phone and I filmed some of it on my camera. Like I've been going back and forth between the two, so like I don't know, like I feel like it could be really interesting, and like just really, at least if nothing else, like capturing how I'm feeling and how I'm processing and how I'm sort of going about it, and like how I'm dealing with it and such too. But it doesn't have to be like a 20-minute video all the time. It could be like a 2-minute video of like, hey, you know, I think I want to challenge myself too, of like, because I think like it was like day 11 I didn't film anything, but then like, so like day 12 I like had to go back and like, okay, here's what day 11 went, like that kind of thing. So but like even like challenging myself to like open my camera or my phone at like, you know, 8 o'clock at night and be like, hey, this is kind of how I'm doing, or this is kind of my little check-in for the day and stuff like that. And like, it doesn't have to be this like perfect thing, and that's something that I'm still working on. I think too, a big thing to learn, if nothing else, from my videos and such, is like the psych hospital, especially like the psych hospital stay, is not the end of the story, it's the beginning of the story. And a lot of the work and the healing and the processing that happens not in the psych hospital, it happens outside of the psych hospital. And like a lot of that happens like at day programs or residentials or other programs and therapy and, you know, all these kinds of skill building and all these kinds of things, rather than the psych hospital curing. Like I don't think there's a very interesting thing, I think, between the idea of recovery maintenance and a cure or a fix. And I really do believe too that like recovery is an ongoing process. Like it's not like that recovery, you like recover and then you're good and you never have to, like, some people I'm sure can maybe have a one and done recovery, but I think a lot more, at least for me especially, but also for a lot of other people, like recovery is this like navigating like complicated road, and like it's an ongoing process. Again, the quote, it's a journey, not a destination. Like I'm never going to, I don't think I'll ever, like years ago I accepted the fact that I could be a psych hospital patient again. Obviously I can, because I just became one again this year, but like I went 2.5 years without a hospital stay, so like I can do it. Like, and before that I went 5 years without a hospital stay, and then before that I made it 9 months without a hospital stay. So like there's, like, I can do it. But I think it just becomes a process of like I don't think you'll never hear me say, because I've been a psych patient, because I work at a psych hospital, those factors, like I will never say all psych hospitals are amazing, and I will never say all psych hospitals are terrible. I think it's very much it really depends on so many variables, And if it's at a point where you can no longer handle it either on your own, do you even have to handle it on your own? If your safety is in question, like, you need to go to the hospital. Like, it becomes a question of not so much do you need to go to the hospital, but you need to go to the hospital. Like, that kind of thing. Like, I think a lot of life, again, too, is like that as well. Like, life is not just all or nothing. Like, it's not just all one way or never another way. Like, I think there's so many nuances, and as people, as humans, we're very complicated. So it's not easy. There's no foolproof general statement that will occupy and accompany every single case and case-by-case basis, in a sense. So, like, you'll just never hear me say, like I don't know, like, I get nervous when people are talking how, oh, all psych hospitals are bad, never get hospitalized, or, like, all psych hospitals are amazing, always be hospitalized. Like there's no, like, either end of those is not healthy, in a sense, because there's just so much that is in between all that. I mean, it depends where you're at in your recovery, it depends where your peers are on the unit in recovery, and it depends on the staff that are in the hospital too. Like, there's so many factors, and again, like, one thing will work for one person, one thing won't work for another person. Like, there's so many nuances and there's so many things, but, like, I don't think you'll ever hear me being like, yes, all of them are good, or no, all of them are terrible. Like, it's never, I'm gonna be like, it's a mix. Like, I mean, you can try to go, you know, I mean, I would say look into affiliations and stuff, like, okay, this hospital system is affiliated with this hospital system, or, like, that kind of thing, because there's different ones in different places, and thank God I live in Massachusetts, where we're pretty good for, I mean, not all, again, we're not all good, but, like, we're pretty good when it comes to, you know, mental health care and stuff like that, so, like, thank goodness for that. So yeah, I don't know, that was just some thoughts I had, and I'm gonna close off this video here just to kind of keep it short enough. And again, if you have any ideas for videos, anything you want to see, genuinely, like, let me know. Like, you can, like, tell me. If you have constructive criticism, you can also tell me that too. Like, I also never want to be the case where, like, anybody who has a different opinion of me, I don't want to see them and qualify them as hate. Like, I am very much against that. Like, that's not the way that I want to live on my channel or in my life. Like, I want people to be able to, like, share what they think and such, and, like, and I don't know, maybe I'm just naive, because the first time I got a hate comment was on Reddit, on my subreddit, this year. Like, at least, like, almost, I think, like, 15 years of being online, I have not dealt with hate a lot, or at all, really, or I've not dealt with, like, really difficult, like, criticism and stuff too. And, like, I don't know, if you have things that, if you have a different opinion, I want you to feel that you can come to me about it. Like, you don't have to run off to, like, a different subreddit. Like, you can go to our subreddit and, like, share it there. Or, like, you know, like, I want to be able to have a whole perspective rather than just a narrow perspective. And, like, I feel like it's one of those things where, like, when I watch creators and they're like, oh, well, I'm getting all this hate, or, like, all of this, only people are saying these things and stuff, or I'm taking down all these things that are talking about me. Like, I just have a different perspective on that. Like, the way I see it, I am attention seeking because I am filming videos and I'm putting them on the internet. And I want discussion, because discussion to me is, like, everything. Like, the ups and downs, like, the thumbs up or the thumbs down, I don't look at that very much. So, like, the views and, like, the commenting part of it is important. Like, honestly, like, unless it was, like, I wouldn't really delete anything on my channel unless it's, like, people telling other people to go kill themselves, or, like, telling me to go kill myself. Like, that's hate. I would delete that, especially if it's, like, specific methods and stuff of that too. Like, I would delete that as well. But then there's other options. I could have moderators, or I could have, like, you know, moderation of, like, instead of comments just automatically going up, but, like, having, like, it's a mod system in a sense, or things like that. But I mean, ultimately, like, I don't want you to feel, if you have criticism or ideas on the channel or how it can be improved, like, I want you to be able to tell me that, and, like, for me to really, like, consider it, and like, because again, I think there's a big difference between reacting to things, like reactions to things, versus responses to things. And luckily it's the internet, so I can come back to it later. Like, I don't have to react and respond right at that moment that I get the message. I can wait a little bit, and I think that's a fantastic opportunity in a sense, just because like so many things in life don't have that in a sense. And so I really, like, if you have criticism, or you have constructive criticism, or you don't like a certain thing, or you have preferences for other things, like, let me know, because I can't change it unless you tell me. And I'm not going to figure it out on my own. So, like, you need to tell me. Because I will not figure it out. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, so, like, I don't know. Just, if you have any questions, if you want me to do a Q&A, if you have any ideas for videos you'd like to see, like, let me know, so I know what I can work with and what I can sort of streamline and make more priority than other things, in a sense, because a lot of it I just kind of do what I want, in a sense. So, like, if there's anything that you want to share, again, just remember, like, my boundaries are always listed in my video descriptions, and I have my boundaries even on the subreddit. We have boundaries and stuff, and rules and regulations and stuff there. So, like, just, like, let me know. But, like, I mean, the biggest thing to remember is that A, it's a public platform, B, I am not a therapist, I'm not a clinician, I'm not a crisis service, so share responsibly, share only the things that you feel comfortable with the world knowing, that kind of thing. But otherwise, like, if you, like, I would rather you come to me, or, like, come to the channel subreddit, instead of making a whole other subreddit about me, in a sense, like, if it ever comes to that point. But, like, you can come to me and, like, say that, because I'm not, unless you tell me, again, like, unless you say you threaten somebody else, or you are making threats and things like that, like, I'm not gonna, like, delete you from the channel. Like, I'm not gonna be like, you can't be here at all. Like, let's have different opinions, let's have different perspectives, let's have a discussion, let's have feedback, and, like, really kind of see each other from a different perspective, in a sense, too. Like, I didn't think of it like that, and now I can think of it like that, and, like, I don't know, like, I just never want to get to the point where I'm like, oh, somebody has a different opinion than me, they're just hating on me, like, they just hate me, or whatever. Like, there's a reason, there's a reason, and there's a logic and stuff to it, and of course, I also say this, but that's assuming that the people do have best intentions at heart, in a sense, too. I'm sure there are communities and on online spaces especially that don't have best interests at heart, but, like, I don't know, like, I gotta take some accountability and responsibility for the content that I'm putting out there, and, like, knowing that I cannot control what other people think or do or say, and, like, working with that, like, working alongside that, and, like, kind of just accepting that, like, well, I don't have to accept abuse, I don't have to radically accept abuse or, like, mistreatment, and also noticing that, like, we will probably disagree about something at some point, and just kind of being able to, like, okay, how do we handle that, how do we move through that, and what does that look like for either one of us, you know? So I'm just a huge, like, component of, like, if you have feedback, let me know, because I will not figure it out on my own, and I want to hear it. Like, and I've not experienced a lot of criticism online before, so it would be a whole new terrain to deal with, but, like, let's do it. Like, let's see what it looks like, kind of thing, too. Like, and I think I have a big digital footprint right now as well, in all of my recovery and stuff, and it's complicated and everything, but pseudonyms are great, so let me know your pseudonym down below in the comments, and share your thoughts on the subreddit. Share the channel if you want. I barely ever say that because I'm uncomfortable with that, but, like, it is out there, so, I mean, you can share it if you want, that kind of thing. So just come out of the woodwork, say hello, pop in, say hi, and let me know what are 3 of your favorite hobbies, pastimes, or passions. So let me know down in the comments 3 of your favorite passions, hobbies, or pastimes. And one other question I will say, if you have questions for me, let me know in the comments. One last question, third question, discussion question, pretty much. What do I want to say? What are your top 5 songs that you enjoy, or, like, your top 5 songs that you enjoy, or, like, metaphors that really vibe with you really well? So take that however you want to take it. I will close out this video by saying, as always, stay safe. Much love and light to you. I will see you in the next upload. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know everything, as long as it's safe and, like, within reason and such, too. I hope that you will enjoy the journey, and thank you so much for being a part of it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making it to the end of the video if you did. Leave me a sun in the comments if you made it this far, and thanks so much. Bye.
Guiding like a lighthouse to